Before this video starts, I need to have a disclaimer here that says this video is made for educational purposes only. I am a trained professional. Do not try anything you see in this video at home, and this video follows all of YouTube's guidelines, so YouTube, please don't mess my video up. I'm in Amsterdam right now, but that is not where this video is taking place today. It's where we're starting, but we're gonna have to take an hour-and-a-half drive away from here because something you might not know about Amsterdam is that weed isn't actually legal here. And that might sound really dumb because you might be like, what do you mean weed isn't legal in Amsterdam? Like, bro, it's Amsterdam. No, it's only tolerated and the shops aren't actually legal here. And that's how it's been since the 80s. That's why like a lot of them used to have like little hidey holes and stash holes, and it's a bit of a strange situation. But about an hour-and-a-half drive away, it is legal, actually legal in the Netherlands. So I wanted to do a documentary style piece, YouTube. This is an educational documentary about the fact that they're actually trialing legal weed in the Netherlands. Because if you didn't know, the weed in the shops are actually from a plug. Like they're not from like a legal grow. There is no trace back to a source. You don't know where anything comes from. Strangely enough, you actually do get to know where everything comes from in the legal market. So we're going to this legal market. There are a couple shops in what they're calling the legal experiment. I have been there before for this video, and I wanted to do a kind of update, see if the quality's got any better, see if there's any more options, because I think before there were only like 4 options, and they weren't great, but the prices were very good. And for the price, it was way better than anything else you would get anywhere in the Netherlands. And people are telling me that it's improved crazy. So I want to see if that is true. We're going to drive to Tilburg, and there might be a couple shops we need to go to, but I think one shop should have pretty much everything. So I think we need to do an hour-and-a-half drive. I have no bud right now as well. I have absolutely nothing. So I'm kind of hoping that we can find something at least half decent during this documentary educational piece, YouTube. Is that a thing? Like when people do documentaries and, you know, they end up trying everything, do they get excited about it? Damn, it is a beautiful day here in the Netherlands. Sweet, we are here. I think it's just down this road. I'm very excited to see how the game has been leveled up. Bearing in mind, we can only get 5 Gs. That's not per day, it's just per purchase, and you're only allowed to have 5 Gs on your person when you're walking out and about. So if you just walk in a shop and you try and buy 5 and then you just try and leave and walk straight back in and try and buy 5, they probably won't let you. I'm not even sure if you can look and smell the legal stuff. I can't remember if you can from when I came here before, but that's kind of the best part of Amsterdam, is coming and looking and smelling stuff beforehand. But I know the legal stuff is in like pre-weighed bags. They've got to have like a sample bag open, right? I think they did last time. Hopefully they have 5 different things that we want to have a look at. Let's go inside Tourmaline and see what they got. Bro, I cannot believe how nice it is in the Netherlands right now. Like that, it's been blue skies, clear like this the whole time I've been here, and I've been here for like 3 days, I think, or 4 days. It is absolutely wonderful. So this is it, Tourmaline, and it has this out the front because sometimes there are huge queues when there's drops, mainly for the legal stuff because it's so cheap. So let's see what they got in there today. I mean, no queue today, so let's check. Almost didn't get let in because I didn't have my ID. Here you go. But this is crazy. They even got like a huge queue space in here for when there's just mad busy queues. So this is crazy, I swear. Is all of this part of this? Damn, is all of this the legal stuff? Or is only some of it the legal stuff? I mean, it says all legal. Well, that seems crazy. Everything with any colored dot in front of it is the legal ones. Okay, that makes sense. Damn, they got a headbanger. I've been told that headbanger is really good. Oh, and a gelato 41. A Gary Payton? Oh, damn. Wow, this is probably the cheapest I've ever spent on 4 Gs in the Netherlands ever. 43 euros for 4.5 Gs actually. So it definitely is the cheapest. I've got 2 different companies here, but let me go through my thoughts in the car because I definitely have some thoughts on what I just bought and the menu itself. So I have just got some legal bud in the Netherlands, and at a steal of a price, may I add. So what's my initial thoughts? I'm actually initially both insanely impressed and also very disappointed at the same time because they barely had anything in stock. I'm assuming those queues must go crazy when they have some of those stuff in stock because they did still have the samples to smell of some of those other ones. I really wanted to get, they had an original Z, they had a Zauer, they had a Georgia Pie, they had a Gary Payton, and they all smelled really, really good, but none of them were in stock when she actually went to check whether they had the bags for them. Kind of sad, just because some of them smell amazing, like not just good, unbelievable. Like the Sour smelled great. They didn't have the sample of the original Z2C, but they did have the Sour, and it smelled like an amazing Skittles. But one good thing is that the Gelato 41 that they did have smelled like a proper Gelato 41. And I've got some of that here, so we're definitely gonna have to have a smell of this as well. Then I got some Headbanger, which I actually didn't smell because by the time we got to the counter and I'd smelled all of them and I was like, yeah, I'll get 5 Gs. I'll get this G, this G, this G. 4 of them that I said weren't in stock. So I had to like switch it up to some of the other ones, and I just switched it up to this one and I didn't even smell it first, so I hope it smells good. And then I also didn't smell this Skywalker, but I also got a Skywalker when I did this initial first video, and I hope that this is a newer batch. It doesn't seem to have a harvest date on it, but the other two do. The other two kindly tell me that they're super fresh, but surely this has to be a more fresh batch than what when I did this exact same video a year ago. And this was not very good when I came here a year ago. This was like the most disappointing one. It was okay. It was like scraggly nugs. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be much better with this, but I think it was cheap. How much was this? This was £6 a G, £6 a G in the Netherlands for Skywalker OG. When are you ever gonna see that? And the Gelato 41 being 12 for 1 G of what smells amazing. Like it has that proper earthy, gassy, almost biscotti Cider 41 vibe. It smells great. All right, so out of these 3, I'm assuming that the Gelato 41 is gonna be the best because it smelled insane in the shop. Like I just said, I just explained the smell. So I'm gonna smell that one last. Then I think the Headbanger could be great. Somebody told me that this is amazing, so it was already on my radar. I kind of already wanted to get it, but they only had it in 2.5 G increments. So initially when I was going to get 5 different Gs, it wasn't going to be one of the ones that I got, but I ended up getting it when the other stuff was out of stock. So let's hope that this was a good choice, but I'm going to open that one second. First of all, let's check to see how this Skywalker is. Let's see if it's better than the Skywalker that I had last time when I came here before. I feel like the bag's changed maybe slightly. Ooh. Oh! Oh, it smells really good. Way better smelling than the last time I came here. The nugs, though, terrible. Like, I have like the smallest, little scraggliest bottom bit of nugs. I guess you can't really complain when it's £6 a G, but I mean, way better than last year, I'll tell you that. Bro, I'm really excited to get back to Amsterdam right now to see how this is. All right, let's open this Headbanger and see how this one is. This also says it's hand trimmed on it. Oh wow, this smells really good, but I'll be real, I just had the Tenko T-Bone, which is a Headbanger common genetic seed from 2016 that they found and then they grew recently in LA, and that is crazy. Like, it's unbelievable. So I'm kind of comparing it directly to this, which I probably shouldn't. I wouldn't say it's quite as good as the T-Bone from Tenko, but damn, this smells really good. I mean, it smells like proper Headbanger. It doesn't have maybe that like punch that the Tenko one has, but I wouldn't be expecting it for what, 10 a G this one is? Yeah, exactly 10 a G. So I got 2.5 Gs for 25. And finally, let's check this Gelato 41 and see if it smells the same as the sample that they had in there. Maybe it even smells better than the sample because the sample was just like a 1 G pot with some of it grinded up, I guess, to try and get the smell out of it a bit more, but surely that'll make the smell disappear as well. But all right. What? Bro, this is crazy. This is proper Gelato 41. Nah, this is crazy. Like, if all of these came to Amsterdam, bro, the game would change so much. Like, the prices would be so good. Like, finally local bud could shine, because this is the problem with Amsterdam and the Netherlands in general. It's why Cali is so big and has such a huge market here, is the local flower is terrible for the price. Like, you end up spending like 14 to 16 on a G, and it's not even good. It's not even good. Why would you spend that money? So at that point, you may as well spend double, 30 on a G. You're already spending 15, you know what I mean? You may as well spend 30 and actually get something that's actually nice and kind of worth the money. But half the time you spend 14, 15, 16 on this, whatever, this local, and it just is dead. Like, deader than dead. And it's because the growing isn't legal here. This being legal, nah, I don't understand why. Like, obviously a lot of coffee shop owners are against the legal experiment, and I do think it's weird as well, because the coffee shop in here, they were like, in a month's time we're only having the legal stuff. I think that's not by choice. I think they're being forced to, which realistically, I know a lot of comments are going to be like, Who would have thought that a weed shop has to be forced to follow the law? But it's very different to their custom, and to force them to go into this and have none of the black market stuff on the menu, especially when it hasn't been introduced in places like Amsterdam, is kind of a bit much, you know? I do understand where they're coming from, like, you know, if people don't really like it. And from what I know, in Amsterdam, the main reason why a lot of coffee shop owners were super opposed to it was because they assumed that what's happening here would happen, that they would introduce it and then before it was kind of ready, they would go, right, now you can only have the legal stuff, which kind of puts people in a bit of a predicament if it's not really ready and up to par. But these smell like they are. They really, really smell like they are. So let's get back to Amsterdam and try these 3 so I can tell you if they're actually as good as they smell, because they smell great. Okay, so I just got back and I tried the headbanger, and I'm in 2 minds about it, because on the one hand, it's legit. It is the real headbanger. But on the other hand, it didn't really burn too clean, definitely affected the flavor. It still did taste nice, like it wasn't that bad, especially for how bad it was burning, but nice to see the proper genetic. Just wasn't a great example of it. All right, this next one, the 41, is kind of the opposite of the last one. It's burning really clean, but it doesn't really taste like a 41 to me. It tastes nice, just not like a straight 41. It tastes definitely like there's 41 in it, so I don't know if the flavor's just not coming through crazy, or if it is like my suspicion, which is maybe it's a cross of Gelato 41, but it's okay, definitely has potential. Okay, so these last 2 are both from the same company. That's why the packet is blue. That's what those little dots meant on the side of the menu. It means what company it comes from. But the next one is from a different company, which is kind of weird that these are from the same company and they both were completely different in the way that they blazed. But either way, this one is from a different company. I've built it up. I'm gonna go into Amsterdam right now because I'm about to film another video with a special guest. And while I'm on my way to the tram, I'm gonna try this one, and then basically going to be going into the next video. I've still got like another 4 videos, full videos to come from Amsterdam. I always say that and then I miss a video, so if I say that, it'll probably be 3. But there's a lot of full videos to come. Don't miss them. And if you're not subscribed, then subscribe, because that's how you don't miss the videos. Okay, so this Skywalker is pretty much how I remember it. Nothing's really changed. It doesn't really taste that good. It doesn't really taste like Skywalker, to be honest, but I would say the main outcome of this video is that there is loads of potential. Like, this can be amazing. Like, some of the ones that I smelt today smell insane. If those terps can translate, I almost tripped then, but if those terps can translate, oh my God, it will be a game changer. And I'm sure it will come because it's a new facility, like they're all new places. I would love to see all of these bits that I saw today, like actually at their full potential, because if they were and they were the same price, then damn,